Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, Chris back with another fragrance review, and tonight we are traveling to Italy, to the brand fashion house of Iceberg. I love the name, it has some mysteriousness about it. It has been founded by a couple back in 1962, Giuliana and Silvano, and they have started Iceberg as a knitwear company, which it still is, but it far expanded beyond the range which they have started with back in 1962. And obviously after a while, as many fashion designer brands do, they started to release fragrances. And there's some very famous and successful fragrances out there, like Iceberg Twice or Fluid and stuff like that. And in 2015 there was a release which went very much under the radar, and it was simply called Iceberg Man. There you go. Lovely, classy black and white box with some interesting fonts there. I love it. And this is the bottle. Now, in regards to the bottle, it's a triangle, but some sort of a turned, twisted triangle, heavy glass bottle with the same writing up there, Iceberg Man. And the special thing in regards to the bottle is that during daylight, this part of the thick glass actually makes the fluid inside, this brownish fluid, look a little bit lighter on the outside and darker on the inside. So it has as if the fluid inside is not exactly the same color, although it is, but since the glass here is some sort of thinner, it lets probably more light onto the juice itself, and it looks like it's very interesting, it's very intriguing, it's very well done. Now, as I said, 2015, and this fragrance came out, and I was never much into Iceberg, and I owe this fragrance, that I got to know this fragrance, to my friend Jolt, who introduced me to it. And I was just trying it, testing it, sniffing it, and my goodness, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, the category, it's a woody, ambery, aromatic, balsamic, dry, slightly boozy, smoky fragrance. Very much playing in the leagues. If you want to compare it to something, I usually do not like to compare fragrances to each other, but to help you imagine how this fragrance is categorized, how you could categorize it, and how, what the overall mood and vibe is. I would say this is something floating around in the category of Gucci Pour Homme 1, Dior Homme Intense, some other fragrances like that, maybe Azzaro Visit as well, because there is a cedar in there as well, because it has this strong woodiness, it has a dryness, it has some slight smoky and boozy aspects to it as well. It has a great ambery warmth at the same time. Luckily, it's never sweet, never really sweet at all. And I've mentioned all these fragrances, and let me state one thing very clearly here. This fragrance, Iceberg Man, beats the out of each of those fragrances that I have mentioned. Why? First of all, the price is amazing. Second, it is more versatile than any of those. This fragrance is, such well blended. What do we look at it? What do we look at here in terms of notes, right? The description says that there's some lemony notes. I don't really get that. I get straight ahead and straight away sandalwood, cedarwood, um, nutmeg, pepper, some slight lavendery touches in there as well, which help to get this be a classy gentleman's fragrance. Really, there's no tonka bean or no vanilla or no cinnamon there that makes it like a smell like candy. This, during the entire development of the fragrance, remains a warm, dry, woody, ambery, classy fragrance. And what makes this special, in my opinion, really is, I think I've mentioned the nutmeg, fantastic nutmeg in there, but also two other notes, ingredients, which are not commonly used in each and every fragrance that is around there today, and that is Styrax and benzoin. And both of those, together with some patchouli as well, which gives it a slight smoky edge, but very well done, very modern patchouli in there. All these ingredients, all these notes are perfectly blended together in this fragrance. Really, really amazing. I really have to say it's amazing. And I've said that it beats the out of the other. Of course, it's down to your taste. You may like this one more, that one more. And Azzaro Visit is a fantastic fragrance, but it's too linear, too incense cedar, right? To me, Gucci Pour Homme is a great fragrance, but it has some weirdness about it that I never really liked that much. Dior Pour Homme, or Dior Pour Homme Intense, yes, I mentioned as a comparison also. Great fragrance, great performance. A bit too in your face, bit too lipsticky. Now, this has none of those yes but effects that all the others have that I've mentioned. This is just perfect. It's an absolute pleaser. It's a safe one, but not a safe one that is missing backbone like most of the others today. This is a safe one that is an absolute and utter modern day masterpiece. Dry, woody, slightly smoky, slightly aromatic, classy to no end. In regards to performance, I give it a good few sprays. I give it 6 to 8 sprays, mostly beneath the shirt, and then it lasts me throughout the day. It really does, but at least 12 hours, right? So start from the morning, in the evening it's still there. And if not, you're happy to reapply, because again, it's never in your face. The sillage projection are not bombastic. It's there, you can definitely smell it, but it's very intelligent, very refined. So this fragrance for me is one of, if not the best release of the entire decade. That is a big statement, I can really say. But for my taste, for my expectations, what I expect from a man's fragrance in the 2010s, and even prior to that and beyond, this is an absolute stunner, an absolute brilliant masterpiece, and very well done. And I really, in regards to age, I think maybe 30 and above. It's not a boyish fragrance. It's not necessarily a college or high school fragrance. It's it has some formal aspects about it, but that does not prevent it from it being worn at casual occasions either. It's just wrapping you around like a glove. It's really a signature type of fragrance because it's so versatile. You can really wear it day, night, and almost any season. Maybe during the summer heat it's not the best idea, but summer evenings, again, yes. Autumn, winter, spring, definitely. Day, night, yes. Maybe you have to have a certain appearance, certain age, certain kind of way that you dress, some stylishness about it, that requires this one. But other than that, it's absolutely stunningly versatile. And many people say, give me a rating, I want a rating for the fragrance. How do you rate it? From 1 to 10. I don't like those ratings. What I like is personal commitment to the fragrance. Personal commitment. And here you go. My personal commitment in regards to this utter masterpiece by Iceberg. Iceberg Man. This is my personal commitment. Watch. One personal commitment. Want some more personal commitment? This is my commitment to this wonderful, wonderful fragrance. And this is as personal as it gets. So thanks very much. This was Christoph. And I'll be back with more. And until then, I keep wearing this beauty. Oh yeah, how should I do this? Show is over, folks. Gotta go. See you soon. This is the juice, man. This is the juice.